Did you know that on average, 32,806 people die each year from the flu? Influenza is just one of the many preventable diseases that people don't see as a big deal. Vaccination should be taken very seriously. Every child should be vaccinated and up to date to save their lives and to save the lives of others. I'm a student going into the healthcare field, and I've taken many biology classes where it has been made very clear that the impact of vaccinations is only there to help us, and there's no negative effects from the vaccinations. I know there are people out there with different reasonings for why they don't vaccinate their children, but I'm here to tell you why they're safe and how they can help save your child's life and how they protect so many others also. So first I want to get rid of the myth that vaccinations cause autism. So on vaccinations.gov it says that the disease prevention benefits of getting vaccines are much greater than the possible side effects for almost all children. The myth that vaccines lead to autism comes from a gastroenterologist, Andrew Wakefield. He claimed that there was evidence that children with the MMR vaccine had autism symptoms. This got out to the press, and then they went and made it a big deal. Over 12 years, this was studied, and people were trying to find the link that he said or claimed that he saw. On the History of Vaccines website, it says no reputable, relevant study confirmed Wakefield's findings. Instead, many well-designed studies have found no link between MMR and autism. In May 2010, Wakefield was banned from practicing medicine in Britain because of all of the things that he said that were not able to be proven or found true. On the CDC website, it clearly and boldly says there's no link between vaccines and autism. There's recent research shows autism develops in utero before the baby is even born. So now that we've covered what vaccinations don't do, let's talk about what they do. So vaccines save lives. Vaccination is one of the greatest breakthroughs in modern medicine. No other medical intervention has done more to save lives and improve quality of life, says the NHS website. So some examples of these include the polio and the smallpox. On vaccines.gov, it reminds us that polio was once America's most feared disease, causing death and paralysis across the country. Today, thanks to vaccinations, there are no reports in the United States. Smallpox was officially wiped out of the United States in 1980. If it were still common, it would estimate 2 million deaths every year around the world. So why do people not choose to vaccinate their children when it clearly improving the lives of society? Is it because the generation hasn't seen the devastating effects of the disease? That since we don't see the devastating effects of polio, it's a far made up disease that doesn't exist. It's ignorant to assume that these diseases will not come back if people are not being vaccinated. So we know that vaccinations can save our own lives, but now let's discuss how vaccinations can protect the lives of others. There are people who are unable to be immunized for different reasons that they cannot control. Some examples of these would be babies that are too small to be immunized. There's certain allergies that people have that prevent them from being immunized, or even a weakened immune system. So an example of this would be leukemia. Imagine you're a child with leukemia and your immune system is weak. It makes it hard to fight off any disease that's thrown at you. Now you're isolated to the hospital for weeks because the outside world might not be able to protect you from these diseases. So how sad is that? When people choose not to vaccinate their children, it puts other children who are unable to be vaccinated at risk. A mother of a child with cystic fibrosis tells the Immunization Partnership that the decision of other parents not to vaccinate their children threatens the lives of children who cannot be vaccinated and who are medically compromised, like my daughter. Vaccinations are important for society as a whole. They save lives and protect us from so many unimaginable circumstances. So to conclude, let's remember that vaccinations are safe. They don't lead to autism, and the one who said that is no longer even practicing medicine because he's been banned. Vaccinations save lives. Diseases have been wiped off and out of the United States since the vaccinations have become available. Vaccinations protect others. Those who are unable to be vaccinated can be protected through us. Now that you know the truth about vaccinations, make sure you're up to date on your vaccinations, as well as your children, your spouse, your family, your friends. Who knows, maybe your vaccination will protect the life of a child with leukemia.